What's up, y'all? It's Black and White Country here, and I'm gonna do a little video for y'all today about some of the new tools I've got, and talk about them, what I've done with them so far. These are all relatively new here, but first things first, like we always do, or try to always do. And Stoker's will do you good every time. Got me a little crunch juice right here. Lemon flavored. So if y'all followed my channel or looked at any of my older videos, y'all know I used to have porter cable tools. And I bought those out of high school because that's what my dad had. And I figured, we did projects together and stuff like that. It'd be handy to have the same batteries. But as I'm getting older, I realized that small benefit doesn't really outweigh me not necessarily getting what I wanted to get out of some power tools. And my buddy got into the trades as a door installer and some of the first two, and he ran Ryobi's because that's what his dad had, and same thing. And he ended up buying Milwaukee's and never looked back. And it's kind of crazy how these things look kind of orange in this light, because they look straight up red through my eyes, but through the camera they look a little bit orange, almost like Hilti colored. But so I went ahead and bit the bullet, and I was actually with my buddy when I bought my first Milwaukee tool, which was this half-inch Milwaukee high torque half-inch impact gun. It's the big one. Whatever, I can't read the number off of it for you, but it's the big one. And he gave me a little ring for it. We were putting lag bolts. We're installing posts on a deck at his house, and I had my porter cable half-inch impact gun that y'all have seen in some of my videos, and it was not cutting it. And I told him, I said, hey, if I run out of batteries, because I didn't bring a charger, said if I run out of charged batteries or this thing lets the smoke out, then we will go and buy a half-inch gun, and we'll use one of your batteries, and we'll get through the day, and I'll start my Milwaukee collection. So I ended up losing that bet, and I bought this half-inch gun, and I gave all my porter cable tools to my dad. It was either given to my dad or given to the local community college, and I didn't know whether or not they'd actually get used if I gave them to the community college, or if they get thrown in a dumpster. So I knew if I gave them to my dad, he'd find a good use for them or something like that. But I was left with a tool with no battery and no charger. So I looked online, and I found a smoking deal on all three of these tools, on the drill, the grinder, and the impact driver, and the two batteries. And so with the kit, it came with a bag, not a stupid blow molded case. It came with a bag, came with two 5.0 batteries, this Gen 3 Milwaukee brushless fuel brushless impact driver, the latest greatest hammer drill, combo hammer drill that they have. My buddy has their older drill. It's a little bit bigger than this one, but this one apparently makes the same power or whatever. And this Milwaukee fuel cordless grinder with the paddle switch. And I'm not a big paddle switch guy, but it works. And the grinder came with the handle and a spanner. I wish the spanner would go and would tuck away in the handle like I've seen on some tools. That is kind of a nice feature, so you never lose it. And the drill came with a side handle for drilling concrete and stuff like that, and it came with this combo charger. So I think, and I paid $400 for all of that at Home Depot, and I think I bought this for $300. It's crazy that this one tool was 3/4 of what I got all of this stuff for. This actually isn't even all of it. I'm still missing some of the little miscellaneous things in the bag and whatever else, but this is the big parts of it. But all in all, I think I'm kind of happy with the switch to Milwaukee. They definitely have a lot of tools that I need. Like I needed a better half-inch impact. That was really one of the biggest things, was the better half-inch impact for a lot of the bulldozers and excavators and big tractors and plows and stuff that I work on. I haven't gotten to do a lot of taking nuts off. The only real work I've done with it was screwing in big 3/8 lags, like 8-inch long lag screws and stuff like that, and it works good for that. I did take off a couple tires on my dually, but those are only, the torque spec on those is only 150 some foot-pounds, so it's not that big of a deal to take those off. I got to use this thing a lot. This thing's already got some wear on it. I haven't used it, a crazy amount. I've only had it for about a month. But this sucker is awesome. I wish I had it with me. I was tightening up some bolts on my cousin's deck. I was building a deck with him, and that's where I got most of the use with this thing, running screws, running T25 screws for the deck. But I had a socket adapter with a 9/16 socket on it, tightening up some bolts. And I twisted the little hex on the socket adapter, and I twisted the shit out of it just with this impact. This thing has so much power, it's crazy. I really do like it. And I'm not even gonna lie, I can't even remember the last time I charged this thing. It needs to be charged, which is why I brought all this stuff inside. But yeah, it's down to 1 bar, but I can't remember the last time I charged it. It's great about holding a charge. I know this battery is fully charged, I think, but the hammer drill, I have hammered some stuff with it. For me personally, I have a real hammer drill, a real 1-inch hammer drill, Makita. It's kind of more of a novelty to have to use this for hammering stuff. You can. I've seen people do it. I've done it before. It does work. I used it to drill a 3/16 masonry bit to put in some tap cons. It will work for that. But, anything besides that, I really don't see the benefit of this. I mean, I do plan on getting the cordless Milwaukee hammer drill. Other Milwaukee tools I plan on getting are probably some more impacts like this, like a 3/8 mid-range impact, and maybe a 3/4 at some point. A grease gun, maybe a sawzall, hammer drill, and some other miscellaneous tools, maybe some lighting stuff, and obviously more batteries. I got 2 more batteries on the way. That's the one thing I don't like about the Milwaukee stuff, is how expensive the batteries are, but it is what it is. They seem to be pretty good batteries. I don't like, I can't do it with one hand. I just know that I can't do it with one hand. But I do not like how hard the batteries are to get out. I know I don't have big hands or anything, but I'm not some weak bitch or something. But these batteries are pretty fucking hard to get out. I do like the old, I think I have one over here, maybe. No, I don't. But I do like the Porter cable batteries that I had, because they had just one big button, you just boom, and they pop out. They actually had a spring that you just popped it and it popped out. Like, you hit it right there and it just pop out. And these seem like they're a little bit just harder to get out. Like, I'm pushing on it. I'm pushing on both of the tabs, and it just doesn't want to come out. But, it is what it is. I've gotten used to it at this point. It doesn't bother me. But, I just deal with it. But, all in all, I'm pretty impressed with these tools. I haven't gotten to use the grinder that much. It was kind of just an extra. I'm more of a corded grinder guy because when I use a grinder, generally I'm doing a welding job. And if I'm doing a welding job, I have my engine driven. I have my engine drive with me in it. I already have leads run out there. So what's the extra 5 minutes of running an extension cord and running my, really nice Makita grinders and stuff like that. And I did use this thing and test it out, and it doesn't do it for me for like real welding, like real like heavy duty stuff purposes the way my corded Makita grinders do for me. But it is nice to have, especially if you got to climb up a ladder real quick and cut something, or put a wire wheel on it, and you weld you weld a pass, knock the slag off real quick, and then weld your next pass, knock the slag off real quick, and do that. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with these tools so far. I will do some more in-depth reviews on these or whatever. Not that that's a new thing for people to do in-depth reviews on Milwaukee tools on YouTube or whatever, but I will put my opinion out there for issues that I have with them and what I do and don't like about them. But until the next time, y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all in the next one.